How's it going, everyone? It's Otto from Pacific Dunk coming at you with another NBA discussion video. In today's video, I'm going to break down the 4 biggest free agents that I think are going to be switching teams this offseason. Please keep in mind this is just my opinion and it could very well be wrong. Also, before I get into the video, I do have really bad allergies right now and I apologize if I sound sick. My nose is congested like a motherfucker and I probably sound weird, but content has to be made. Anyways guys, let's get into the video. I'm making these predictions both on account of the player's current mood towards the team that they are leaving and also the cap situation of the specific team as well. I do think this NBA offseason will be a bit underwhelming compared to its predecessors, but that doesn't mean we're not going to get some of those classic NBA free agency storylines. This season's trade deadline was so nuts and I don't think that players like Kyrie Irving and James Harden will want to leave their current situation. Alright guys, so the first free agent that I think is going to be switching teams this offseason is Bradley Beal. Beal currently plays for a Washington Wizards team that has been stuck in mediocrity pretty much the whole time he was there. While finessing the Mavericks for is intriguing, I don't think it's going to be enough for Beal to trust the Wizards again. What Beal needs at this point in his career is results, and at the time of this recording, the Wizards have only won 4 out of the 11 games has played with them. I just think this is not enough for Beal to re-sign with the team, and I fully hope he uses his player option to his advantage this offseason. A dark horse destination that I thought would be kind of cool to think about was the Portland Trail Blazers. Most contending teams are not going to have the cap space to sign Beal for the money he is worth, so why not make a new contender? Think about it. The Blazers kept Lillard after their trading spree this season because they felt they could make a new contender around him. The best way to do that, sign an even better backcourt piece to pair with him. Of course, you're going to see a shit ton of Lakers jersey swaps and rumors that they're going to pull money out of their ass to get him, just like every other LA sports team. While all of this sounds wonderful, I could just very well see Beal taking that option and staying in Washington. Let's pray that doesn't happen. The next player who I think will be leaving their team, and one that really does pain me to say, is DeAndre Ayton. Okay, I live in Arizona. I've gone to many Suns games, and at the most recent Suns game I went to with my girlfriend, it just looked like Ayton loved his teammates and the team, and it just seemed like he was never leaving. But when you factor in that the two sides already had contract disputes before this season, and Booker and CP3 are already locked up on huge contracts, it just doesn't look promising. Because Ayton and the Suns didn't come to an agreement, Ayton became the biggest restricted free agent this offseason. This means that he's going to be offered the biggest contracts of any restricted free agent, and in order for the Suns to keep him, they will need to be able to match those offers, and I just simply don't think they'll have the space to do that. It really is unfortunate. Ayton and his teammates have great chemistry, and Ayton even came to the Suns straight from U of A, but at the end of the day, the NBA is still a business and money is money. The most likely team that I could see him going to is the Milwaukee Bucks. I am totally kidding. I hope that would never happen in a million years. In all seriousness, I could see him going to a team like the Charlotte Hornets. Whether they lose Miles Bridges this offseason or not, this is a young, energetic team that would match Ayton's energy perfectly. Imagine Melo throwing lobs to Ayton while Eric Collins absolutely loses his shit. Oh my, he would be perfect for this team. Next up, I got a guy who's been as consistent as can be this season, and that is Jonas Valanciunas. Valanciunas just found a new home on the Pelicans right before the NBA draft this past offseason, but I think he'll be on his way out already. Valanciunas has seemed like a great fit on this team this season, sure, but we also haven't seen what the front court of Zion and Jonas looks like. When they traded for Valanciunas, the first thing I thought of was how good of a deal it was, and then I thought of how disgusting that fit would be. It seems like it has worked out this season so far, but that's also because Zion hasn't played a single minute with Jonas. I just don't think a twin tower duo would work in today's NBA. With how dominant Zion can be in the post, it's really hard to come up with any center in the NBA that would fit well with him. I think a role-playing, efficient center like Frank Kaminsky or Ivica Zubac would fit better than an all-star caliber player like Jonas Valanciunas. With that being said, let's talk about a good landing spot for the guy. I think a team like the Dallas Mavericks would be a perfect fit for him. A team where he won't carry any offensive burden and will play alongside a scoring maestro in Luka Doncic, which is a role that he has grown accustomed to in Memphis and New Orleans. He can provide what brought to the table, but at the same time be on a cheaper contract and be available for a lot more games. Plus, it doesn't hurt that the Mavericks already have an unhealthy obsession with white foreign dudes. Would the Mavs actually make a splash like this? I highly doubt it. but the fit is there and it makes sense. Let's move on to our last free agent. The last guy on this list is actually the one that I am most confident about, and that is Collin Sexton. The separation between the Cavs and Sexton is imminent. If you follow my Instagram, I've been saying since even before his season-ending injury that he needs to be off of this team. The fit with Darius Garland just isn't there, and Garland's success this season without him cements that. Obviously, the Cavs will choose Garland over Sexton any day, but that doesn't mean Sexton is a bad player at all. I think with the right team, he could really prove how talented he is. I have a hunch that if his season didn't end prematurely, we would have already seen him traded, but this didn't happen, of course, so his chance to leave will come this offseason. In my eyes, a team could get Sexton on a really good deal. Think about it. There were already a lot of questions surrounding Sexton this year, and he will be coming off of a torn meniscus in his left knee. He'll need to prove his worth, so a team could probably scoop him for a cheap 1 or 2 year contract. A team that I have in mind for this is a team like the New York Knicks. This would be a team where he could play the 1 or 2 as much as he wants and still be surrounded by talented players. This would be a point in his career where he could prove his effectiveness as a starter. Sexton has always struck me as a guy who could be an all-time great 6th man on a contending team, a lot like how Manu Ginobili's career played out. But I think with the right fit, he could be an all-star caliber starter. Anyways guys, that is my list, and I would love to know what you guys think. Are there any other free agents who you guys think will be leaving their current teams for new ones? Some big name free agents who I think will be staying with their current teams are Kyrie Irving, Zach LaVine, and Miles Bridges. Anyways guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. I love y'all. Peace.